Three, two, one, guys. Welcome back. It's Luke
and Gabriel,
and this is Clinical Trial Talk. What are we talking about today?
Well, I wanted to talk a little bit more about placebo-controlled trials.
Placebo-controlled.
So,
isn't that a band?
I'm not sure about that. I don't keep up to date with music.
I thought there was a band called Placebo.
Maybe you guys, I'm sure you guys already know the term placebo in a maybe a non-clinical setting.
I don't know. What is it?
Well,
how would you describe it?
A placebo, I'd say if you're feeling down, maybe I'll give you this rock and say this rock improves your mood.
Let's wiki it. There you go. Oh, this rock improves my mood, but they've got mood rocks.
No, yeah, but that is exactly what a placebo is. So it's something where you might think it does something, but it actually doesn't do anything.
Right. So what's Dr. Google telling us? A placebo is anything that seems to be a real medical treatment but isn't. It could be a pill, a shot. Oh, yeah,
shot as in a needle.
Or some other type of fake treatment. What all placebos have in common is that they do not contain an active substance which is intended to have an effect on the health.
Right. So in terms of a pill, you might take a sugar pill or something which doesn't have any proven benefit.
Sugar's great for you.
In a sense, but maybe to cure headaches, not so much.
Well, maybe not.
Maybe.
Right. So that's why we've got a control.
Yes.
So they're controlling for things that just maybe
people just get better over time naturally.
Psychosomatic.
Yeah. It's
Let's check that one out.
It's a psychological effect, the placebo effect. But what I really wanted to talk about is more, what does a placebo-controlled trial mean, rather than just the placebo effect?
Well, what does it mean?
Yeah.
Well, you're trying to compare something that's something that you're trying to test. So is this fist going to give a better shot than this fist?
Right.
And they look and feel the same, although
this one might have some kind of
anyway, this is probably a bad example. This is a left hand, this is a right hand, so they're not necessarily the same. They might sort of look the same, but this might have like superhuman powers that it's been programmed with, or like Superman powers.
Yeah. And
this one might have no extra.
Just a normal human fist.
Yeah. Well, really, I should be just saying, okay, look at this one and look at this one. This is it's a pretty bad example.
Okay, how about we take the pills, because I think the medicine delivered through pills, right?
Helen used to do give an example of Tic Tacs.
Okay.
Yeah, and they had like different flavored Tic Tacs.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what was the experiment there?
Well, trying to explain how you deal with randomization and having a placebo or two different kinds of things.
Okay. So maybe if you have like a normal Tic Tac versus a flavored one, right?
Yeah.
But visually they're identical, and it's just whether they have an effect once you have ingested them. So whether you taste something nice and improves your mood or something.
Yeah.
So maybe you can see if the flavored one is more well received than the normal one, something like that.
This is probably getting really difficult to explain. In fact, I don't even know if we're still recording. I hope we aren't. We are. We're still live.
Okay.
So, forget the fist one and forget the Tic Tacs.
Okay.
I think there's no, I think I just want to pull up what psychosomatic was, right? So it's caused or aggravated by a mental factor such as internal conflict or stress. Yeah, see, probably that's not the best explanation.
I think the second one is more relevant, just relating to the interaction of mind and body.
Yeah, so it's really, if we take this back, I know you didn't necessarily want to talk about the placebo effect.
No, we can talk about it. Yeah.
But every product, everything in the world has some kind of placebo effect, right? Whether you like it or not. There's always this overriding thing that is like connection between brain and body and mind, and I think that there's stories of people that were given sugar tablets, for example, and they were told it was for their epilepsy, and one case, for example, basically didn't have any seizures for years,
So it's almost as if the placebo had a real effect.
But that's
right?
like, it's really working,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
It's in the neurotransmitters and everything else. And as soon as they found out that it was a placebo or not a true medication per se, it was sugar tablets or whatever it was, they started getting seizures again. I find that absolutely unbelievable.
And it's one of the great mysteries of science, I think. Why can you give someone something which physically should have no impact, and yet the fact that it has an impact on the mental state generates an improvement? I mean, you can go the other way as well. There's also the nocebo effect, but maybe we shouldn't.
Yeah, let's go there.
So the nocebo effect is...
Remind me what that one was again.
It's the opposite. So you take a placebo and your condition gets worse rather
okay.
rather than getting better or staying still. So some treatments do have that for whatever reason.
Yep.
And again, it's not well understood. It's a body of it's really kind of research.
Yeah, did you say you don't take anything and it gets worse?
No. You take a placebo and it gets worse, rather than your disease not doing anything or improving.
Right. Okay.
So basically the opposite, right?
The opposite effect.
So
the nocebo effect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in some particular studies, people don't know whether the placebo you take is going to have a placebo or a good effect or a nocebo effect. And it really just depends.
Or no effect.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not very well understood, but it is a consistent thing that you always have to take account of in the trial.
Yeah, I mean, the other thing is that's quite interesting, and they've done studies on this, is that if you have, for example, a number of different options, they've tested placebos in terms of their color, and
different types of placebos.
Different types of placebos, and some colors of placebos work better than others. I think it's blue works better than red or something like that.
Okay.
Anyway, I think we've gone there. Let us know what you think about placebos, unless there's anything else you want to talk about.
No. I think that's pretty interesting.
That's
topic.
pretty interesting too.
Yeah.
So if the food is a different color, does that mean it's tasting better? Maybe, maybe not. You know? Is the chicken green curry versus the red curry, which one's going to have a better impact?
That's right. And if you do it blindfolded, people tend to rate them the same. But once they can see that it's a strange color, then they're going to rate the taste.
Exactly.
There's a big impact from the mind on the body.
Yeah. So the idea is, if I tell you what, if you could bottle the placebo effect and the positive benefits of it, that's all the better. So always got to keep a positive mental attitude and believe good things and think good things and eat good things and all of that good stuff. Yeah. The more good you put in, the more good you get out.
Yes.
That's the bottom line.
Yes.
All right. Thanks for joining, guys. And we'll speak soon. Let us know your thoughts, hit like and subscribe and all that good stuff.
Thanks, guys.
Bye-bye. And we're still live, but we need to press a button first.